We all know how important it is to constantly be creating fresh and valuable new content for our market, not only for positioning ourselves as authorities in our market space, but also just to give valuable, helpful information in order to get them results in advance. However, what do you do when it is so time consuming, so challenging to come up with new stuff? One of the shortcuts that you can take is to just use your existing content. For example, the courses that you've already created, the webinars that you've already provided, or any other long form content that you have that you could chop up into bite sized pieces based on the valuable bits and tips contained within it. We don't want to have to go and buy new software or sign up for costly new subscriptions in order to achieve this, which is why Kajabi has created the best solution, which is to just add it to their all-in-one platform. If you don't already have a Kajabi account, you can get an extended free access trial to it below this video. But if you do have Kajabi, you will find your new access to the Kajabi Creator Studio in your account. So what I'm going to do is hop into the dashboard right now, just so you can take a look and see how the Creator Studio looks and maybe brainstorm some ways that you could apply it to your business. Here I am inside of the Kajabi dashboard for my demo account, and you can see the Creator Studio tab is underneath the marketing section of the navigation. So the first thing that you'll want to do is click on the Create Your First Project button. And then what'll happen is that Kajabi will pull up a list of all the courses, the course products in your account that you have a video attached to a lesson within it. Now, right now, because it is early and it is the beta, you don't have the ability to just upload a video directly into Creator Studio, and you can't just upload audio. It's only video, and only video that's longer than 3 minutes in length, but that might change in the future. But for right now, just keep that in mind. What I'll do is I'll just click into an example course that I created previously, hit continue. And now what I can do is select a video from one of the lessons in that course product. I did upload a video into the lesson for this course product. I will click on that, and you can see that there's a quick preview of the video itself. Now, in this case, this is actually a recent YouTube video that I'd uploaded, but I'm using for demo purposes. So I'll click continue. And just like that, you can see that it is now loaded into this dashboard. What's going to happen is that Kajabi in the background is transcribing the content of the video, and you'll see why that is so beneficial shortly. I will pause the video and then I will jump back in once it is finished transcribing. All right, that took about 2 to 3 minutes to complete. Now you can see that it's done transcribing. So I will click into it. And as you can see, here's the transcription on the bottom side under transcript. If I slide this over, you can see the preview of the video and highlights will appear here. So here's how this whole feature works and why it's so beneficial. You could take a 5 minute, 10 minute, hour-long, 2 hour-long course lesson and transcribe it using this feature. And really quickly, you could go through and you can either click up here for auto highlight, which is again, a beta feature. And what the AI, the artificial intelligence running in the background will do is look for any kind of complete sentences that have a beneficial or valuable piece of content within it and create a highlight from there. For example, I could click it and then it might find a couple sections within the video that it thought had really good information in it. And it would just start going in and clicking and highlighting automatically in the background those sections to make a condensed video clip of just the pieces of content, the sections of the content that had valuable tidbits in it. And from there, I could click preview and you could see the condensed version of the video. And it would just have those sections as the clip. So I could quickly see, right now I can see how much time has been created. I could clear all and come back through here. And I could say, let's say one of the lines in my video I thought were just amazing. So I could come here, click on this one section of the video, have that highlight. And if I liked how it looked, I could hit generate clip and create a perfectly short piece of video content to use on, say, Instagram or TikTok, etc. Or if I wanted, I could come back and click some more sections to make it a bit longer. Obviously, I would be reading through it and finding the valuable pieces. But as long as it was, say, 5 minutes in length, then it would be more ideal for a Facebook post or a LinkedIn post. Not that you couldn't share something shorter, but these are just kind of recommendations. And then, of course, a 15-minute video would be like the ideal length for a YouTube video. Of course, you can do shorter, but basically, if you had a really long webinar, or now that there's the live lesson training feature in Kajabi courses, you could do a live lesson in your Kajabi course, then come back to the Kajabi Creator Studio, grab bits and pieces from that live lesson, share it on social media, and say to get the full lesson, click the link in my bio or below this video, and they can now sign up for your course product and access the lesson, etc., etc. So this opens up some great new opportunities. What I'll actually do is I'll just click a couple of these. Again, I'm just randomly clicking for example purposes. And now you can see this is 1:32 in length. I could hit preview again to see how it then would look. If I didn't like something, I could come back and then just delete that section from it by just clicking on it again. But from here, I can now go up to generate clip. And what'll happen is that in the background, it will take all of those clips that I just selected and make a video file from it that I can now export, or I could customize and tweak it. So once again, I'm going to pause the video briefly, wait for it to finish processing, and then come back and show you how that looks. All right, so here we are. You can see that the clip of the highlighted sections has been generated. So there's a couple options here. You can click preview to see what the new compressed clip looks like. So I'll just mute the sound really quickly, but you'll quickly see that it will jump around to the various sections that I randomly highlighted in there. Jumpity jump, jump, jump. You can then download that clip from here, or from here, you can download it. You also have the ability to share to your social media accounts directly. So you could connect it to, for example, Facebook, etc., to a page that you have access to as an admin in Facebook, so that the video just goes straight there. You don't have to download it and then re-upload it. And now the most important, you also can rename it, but you can also customize the clip. So as it stands right now, if I were to just download the clip, it would just be taking the bite-sized sections of the course video in that same regular format, as you can see on the screen. But if I wanted to customize it for the various social media types, that's where you'd want to come into this area. So here you can see that there's a layout section. You can upload additional graphics or images you want to add to the video. You can add text, and you could add some more elements. And then, of course, you can change the background. So where does this come into play? So for example, let's say I wanted to create an Instagram story reel using the highlighted clips of valuable content that I selected. I would just scroll down here, click on Instagram story, and you can immediately see that the format of the video is now changed for that 9:16 sizing. I could take this video and I could move it around. I could also make it bigger, but it would also be cut or cropped based off of the limitations of the frame of this type of layout. But from here, I can also do some really cool stuff. So I could change the background from just being a straight white background. I could have it either be a solid color like purple, for example, or I could select a gradient and I could change one of the colors of that gradient to, say, be yellow or purple or whatever I think might stand out. So given the background of the current video, I might do something like that. So now I've got this kind of bluish gradient. I could move the video clip to the top. I could move it to the bottom, have it on the side. I could also, like I mentioned before, I could make it a bit longer and then limit it to just showing my ugly mug there. So then I could come back up to here, click say text. I could add a text heading onto the video. I might want to make this white in color. I'll do, yeah, white. Well, I can have a text heading and have some sort of call to action that says what the video might have in it so that someone scrolling by or swiping by might stop it, read the heading, be like, oh, this is worth watching. Free tips to grow faster, right? I could change this to be center aligned, et cetera, et cetera. You get the gist. Then I could add something below it, a call to action, swipe up, et cetera. And then here's where you get like the elements. I could add an element like this arrow, for example, onto the screen. And now let's say, for example, I wanted to have, I could have two arrows, but let's, for simplicity, let's change the color of this to pink. Now, if I do it like this, it's on top of the screen. But what if I wanted to have something behind the video? So I might want to just have a cool shape to just make the video more interesting. If I do this, well, I'm blocking it. But what I could do is first, let's change the color to something else. And you've got the layers on the right side of the screen. I would just move this below that video. And now you can see how all the different layers stack up. So there's a lot of room to play around and customize it. Again, you could upload your business logo or an image of your course or free PDF that you're giving away, etc. But long story short, now I could play this same video. That's right. Kajabi has, and now I've got all of these elements to make an interesting social media worthy clip. I'm not having to brainstorm or take up a lot of time creating a bunch of new videos. I could simply take an existing course product that I have, highlight sections from it that are interesting, and then pop it into Kajabi Creator Studio and start pumping out short form clips that I could repurpose on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you name it. So this is really cool. I just got to go up here, hit export video, and it will take me back to this dashboard. And while keeping this original clip, it will now create a new clip that will be customized from that original clip. That was a very quick demo of what the Creator Studio is all about. Definitely hop in, put it to use. Like I mentioned, you have that new live course feature, both live lesson feature in the course product and in the community product. You can take those group coaching calls that you might be doing in your community product within Kajabi and also upload it into, say, a draft version of a Kajabi product and access it in Creator Studio. Again, this is a beta version. They are taking feedback on any sort of suggestions that you have. So if you don't already have a Kajabi account and you want to give this a try, like I mentioned, you can get access to an extended free trial using the special offer link below this video. I can't wait to see how much more it improves once it's out of beta, but definitely it's worth checking out and take some of your existing content. Try this out with social media. It isn't going to cost you anything. And who knows, it might actually generate some more leads and sales for you. In the meantime, if you found this useful, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and you might want to check out this other beta feature that was recently released right here.